If you are talking about a substantial percentage, by the way, in India, anything above 15-20%, I think is substantial in terms of that many percentage of females in your workforce. In our case, it's 40%. So you can imagine it didn't start with a bang, or it's not that everybody said, yes, let's do that. It starts with education. It starts with communication. It starts with hammering the point over and over again. And what I'm saying, probably I've said it 100 times. And it's not that you bring your leadership team and you tell them and they go outside the room and suddenly they become converts, right? And they start hiring. It doesn't happen that way. You have to have a great communication and a reason why are you doing it. Initially, when we set it up, luckily, we had the advantage that we were starting from zero. So that was a big advantage. In an established company, if you have to change the ratio, it becomes very difficult. So we made this a point in the interview itself that this is one of our big criteria, and we said, you need to believe in this. So a little bit we got people who believed in this, but still, typically lip service is there on this issue, and people who are joining also, sometimes they will not say that they don't believe in this concept, but actually they don't do. And typically you can find it out once they are in the job, that they start giving a lot of reasons, and it starts with, we are not getting talent in this area, we don't find women talent, we don't find seniorish women talent, or as an example, that I need somebody in maintenance or in manufacturing and they don't have experience in this. So there are all kind of reasons. Likewise, in the plant, when you're talking about blue collar workers, and we took over this plant it was a GM plant which had closed, and we took over this plant, and GM did not have a single female employee on the floor. And the catchment area is same. So how do you get female employees suddenly in your factory? So there, thanks to our HR, they went to the nearby villages, they explained this to the parents. They got parents to visit our plant and show the whole area. We invested a lot in the females' toilet and all. We gave the menstrual pads through free vending machines in our toilets. So all kind of infrastructure we created, supporting infrastructure created. And when the parents started thinking that it's a safe place for the girls, we also invested in hostels then later on. Now we have got around a capacity of 500 girls hostel, and so it's a very safe environment, food and everything, and bus transportation. So we have invested in all that. So then we started seeing the benefit of female employees on our floor. We also started getting to colleges to take more and more fresh graduates, because that was easier in catchment. So all these things we did, but again, certain issues remained. As an example, I was referring earlier that guys said that they can't do the welding properly. So we did a simple thing. We did blind testing. So we gave a 1 week training to a, let's say, 25-year-old girl and 25-year-old boy, blind test. And we said, let's measure the quality. And guess what? The female welder's quality was better than the male welder. So, again, so to remove that stereotype and to remove that doubt that we females cannot weld, likewise painting, we got the first painter in India who painted the car. And now we have got 4 or 5 painters in our company, and otherwise there were only male painters in our country. So we gave a chance to females, and they proved themselves. One thing more I realized, and suddenly when you start getting into each and every aspect and each and every sub-function, that why you don't have females in a particular area. You just pick one area as an example, maintenance, or you pick up one area, let's say in warehousing or in some other area. And then you start seeing the profile of the managers there, and the bosses there. Suddenly you start realizing that probably they don't know, or they don't have experience or exposure to work with female employees. So it's in their mind. So as an example, and some cases we found very interestingly that probably they didn't have sisters, they don't have daughters. So they don't know what they don't know about working or living with a female, living with more females in the house. So they have bias in their mindset. So, you have to attack that. You have to find that root cause. So nothing is easy, by the way, especially on this front. So that's how we tried to address. And we went deep, as you can imagine and see, we went deep into each and every aspect to remove this. And obviously a lot of interventions, a lot of training program, a lot of talks. It's not only posh thing, which is important, but it was posh plus. In our case, and I think we have graduated in that area now, and it has become a norm now in our company to work with female employees. It's not an exception.